We got ONE FC Muay Thai from the Superlek Rodtang Fight 1 Friday Fights number 34. This is the co-main event. If you don't know, I know I'm in the way of the name, but you should know just by looking at him. That's Seksan. He's an animal. Let's just put it that way. He is an animal when it comes to Muay Thai. If I remember correctly, he kind of fights with his mouth open the entire time. Or that's another guy called Seksan. I think there's one or two of them, but I know I've seen that face before, and I know this Seksan is an animal. Okay, he's 34 years old, he's 5'7", 140 pounds, and he's up against Amir Naseri from Malaysia and Iran. I like that ONE FC always tries to fit some sort of Asian influence if they can, like no matter what. Like I'm sure this guy is mostly Iranian, I would guess, just by looking at him, but they love just throwing in that Malaysian half in there. But hey, what are we gonna do? Okay, we're on to the fight though. Let's watch it. Not in half speed. Let's watch it in full speed. Naseri. Let's do it. Skip ahead a bit. Ooh, maybe let's watch a bit of this. Yeah, he beat the piss out of Tyson Harrison. That's the fight we watched before.
I think Seksan is a very entertaining fighter.
He's such an entertaining fighter. He's an animal the entire time. I can't stop calling him an animal. Honestly. When he's in there, he's going for the kill every time. Just look at him. He's 34, but his face looks 50. You can hear my kitten. Just ignore him. Yeah, this is going to be a good fight. I've never watched this guy fight before. Looks like a bit of a brawler, but hey, we're just watching the highlights. Alright, let's skip ahead. That's enough for me. Let's get to this fight. I got to see these mofos in the ring. Skip ahead. Seksan Superstar. He is so damn good. And honestly, so much fun to watch. Keep skipping ahead. We're going to get to this fight eventually. And we're going to watch that whole thing from start to finish. This is the first time I've watched this fight. I like watching it for the first time with you guys. Give you an honest reaction of what I think of it. How I'm feeling about it. Who I think's going to win. Who I think's going to lose. Off the bat, it's really hard to go against Seksan. He is just as tough as they come when it comes to Muay Thai. Top challenger in the game. Easily. That's what I like to hear. Tiger Muay Thai. Okay, so he's in Thailand. 29-7. Kickboxing Muay Thai record. 29-7. That's pretty good. You know, it's kind of a normal record for a guy his age, from the part of the world he's from. You can't let the Thai records influence you and make you think that's normal. The man who yields to no one, Seksan. 198-74. 200 wins, not bad. Almost there anyways. He's going to get 2 more in ONE FC, easily. Damn right. And the way he fights, that is a nail on the head. Right, marching forward, kicking ass all the way. This is going to be fun. Guaranteed. Oh. Think Seksan knew what he said? Do you think he cares what he said? This is going to be good stuff right here. The whole card has been badass. Heavy low kick to open it up. Checked on the way back. Nice. Little fade. Getting out of the way of it. Naseri really uses his range well right off the bat. Alright, he has a super long jab. Really long with the low kicks. Good catch, counter. Seksan's already trying to close the distance, kind of work him against the ropes. Unload a little bit. He's probably going to be pretty calm this first round. Nice punch off the one leg. Off the caught kick. Even though your leg's caught, just keep punching. There's no reason not to hit them just because they caught your leg. Maybe some reasons, but you can still try. Naseri uses his range so well. Oh, he's rocked. Got hit with an elbow. Gave it back, though. Nice spin elbow. He's got to really stay on top of his straights, not overcommit. Alright, a lot more jabs. He's doing well with the jab. Seksan's having some trouble working around that. Those ones really coming straight down the pipe. Just keep jabbing and taking angles. You're not going to do well standing in front of Seksan. No way. Oh, look at the welt on top of Seksan's forehead, too. I don't think he's bothered by it, though. I think he's had a couple forehead welts before. Beautiful elbow. Oh my god. Every time Seksan hits him with an elbow, it's like perfect placement. Tied up. Again, just marching forward with the high guard. And he's definitely willing to take that body shot so he can just land an elbow or some sort of power strike to his opponent's head. So he's exposing all that body. Right? He doesn't really mind because he knows he's going to be able to counter through it. Oh, spin! I love it when you get to see the Thais throw spinning kicks. Right? They almost never do. It's super rare. Look at the blood already. Oh my god, this series having some trouble keeping space here. He's got to use some more footwork. Start dancing around the ring a bit if you can. Come on! This is good. Nice. Yeah, Naseri did really well that round. But we know Thais tend to snowball as the fight goes on. They don't usually slow down. They don't usually get weaker. They don't make the fight easier as the fight goes on. Right? They only get tougher every single round. So if this is the first round, I think he's going to have some trouble with Seksan in the second. He is so committed to making exciting fights. I don't know who the Thai I was thinking of who fights with his mouth open the entire time. He looks like Seksan, though. I swear they had the same name. Leave a comment if you know who I'm talking about. He fights, his mouth is wide open. He was a headliner from a few fights ago, for the One Friday fights. Crowd's on his team. Good high kick to open it up. He uses his range on his boxing so well, but Seksan's just not giving him any space to do it. Alright, he just keeps walking himself into a corner. Good check hook to get himself out of the corner there. Really smart. Alright, little step off with that lead hook. Give him a bit of space. Okay, get out of the corner now. Keep working. Yeah, it's a beautiful jab. I love his jab. Nice low kick. He's giving him a lot of different looks. His coaches were definitely on his ass about keeping space from Seksan. Right, moving after every strike. Right, throwing something and moving. Don't get tied up. Alright. He's just... Oh, look at the forehead cut right above the eyebrow. It split it in two. It's not bleeding at all, though. It's that clean of a cut. Oh my god, that hack elbow from over the top. Oh, that same elbow again. He just keeps sneaking it in. Again, having so much trouble keeping the space from Seksan. It's brutal stuff. Getting caught up in a fight like this. If your opponent is this comfortable taking shots, it is so hard to not get hit. Like, there's no way in this series gonna completely avoid getting hit in this fight. He'll try to keep space, but Seksan's just gonna keep marching forward. Oh, double spin elbow. Right, he missed the first one and it spanned back with the other. That's sneaky. Bullies him to the mat. Holy shit. Unload. Again. Yes. He keeps going for these spin elbows. He's got to open it up into maybe a back fist, and it probably would land. All right, but he's just committed to the elbow every time. All right, if he's just outside of the range of those spin elbows, just open it up. Hit him with the back fist. Oh, there's the spin elbow back from Seksan. Man, they're brawling right now. But it's technical. Alright, they're both using some like pretty interesting techniques. Alright. These guys really are the best in the world. Oh my god. Amir is staying in it. He's not afraid of Seksan though. He keeps throwing back. Even when he's getting hit, he's not losing his composure. Right, he's kind of going back to his game plan, keeping that space and trying to figure out his straight punches, his jabs and crosses going down the middle. All right, but obviously he's getting caught up in a lot of this like really, really rough elbow and clinch work. This dirty Thai fighting, dirty boxing that Seksan's bringing to him. The double spin elbow and gets punched in the back of the head for it. Fuck. This is a rough fight, but God, it's so much fun to watch. 2 rounds to Seksan so far. Amir's not out though. He's really good. Again, a lot of the Westerners, when they get caught up in fights with the Thais, they tend to lose their game plan a little bit come the 3rd round, right later in the fight. Oh my god, look at the tricky striking out of Seksan. Full 360 spin, nothing from it. Oh! It's that John Jones up elbow. Sorry, Anderson Silva, if you want to be picky. He's so creative. He was clubbing with the hand. He keeps coming in with that hack elbow, right? He's missing with strikes and coming up the middle with his elbows. Like, man. Naseri really is just like completely lost the plot of how to defend himself on the inside here. Right? He does not know what's coming at him. Literally anything could be thrown at him at any time here. From any angle. Seksan is just tricky looking. Wow. Yes! Return elbow. I like cheering for the underdog a little bit, but you love Seksan's style. Yeah, he really lives up to the name, the man who yields to no one. Yeah, it's like tricky angles that his hands keep coming in at. Like they're swinging in over top. Right, yeah, teep out of nowhere. Like he hasn't really used that in a while. Right, he's just mixing it up on him. It's like this beautiful technical brawl. Yeah, ate an elbow back. Like, is it possible to hurt Seksan? He hasn't slowed down even for a moment here. He hasn't flinched or winced at anything. But so many of these shots that Naseri's getting hit with, he just looks rocked. Right, he's getting thrown back. He's keeping his composure, but they look like they hurt. Alright, well, Seksan, nothing looks like it hurts him. Alright, just a big Thai head walking at you. Oh, managed to come back with an elbow. Holy shit. The fact that he survived that fight, that was beautiful. Kissed his back. Imagine getting your ass beat for 3 rounds. And then that guy gives you the sweetest, kindest hug. And you bow to him. And he gives you a kiss on your back. That's why fight sport's beautiful. That doesn't happen in football. Nobody's giving out kisses at the end of football. American or otherwise. That's why fight sport's amazing. Man. He was really giving it his all. Like, I have so much respect for Naseri. He really tried. He didn't give up on his game plan. He tried to keep long. He tried to keep the space. It was just impossible. Like, there was no... I don't know how you could keep your space from that guy walking at you the entire time, hitting you from every angle with the weirdest shots. Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. Saw that one coming. Seksan win by decision. The man. Man, he is so much fun to watch. I know we've watched him before. He beat the shit out of Tyson Harrison. And we just watched Tyson Harrison get the shit beat out of him again. If you didn't watch that fight, we did a review on that one too, a little commentary on that one. But here, let's pop it back a bit. I like watching this stuff back in slow motion. You know that if you watched this channel with me before. There was a couple shots. I don't know if we'll find them in an amount of time that's reasonable. But when you see this stuff back in slow motion, especially the creativity that Seksan was bringing out, and look how beautiful this jab is from Naseri as well, right? Keeping his space, like this was his game plan the whole time, right? Again, another really nice cross. He's using every inch of his range. He was committed to keeping his range, which makes sense. And then he gives him space again, right? He lands those shots, didn't quite land them, but he threw those shots. And he wants to keep the space. Uses the jab again, right? Get off of me. I don't want to get tied up with you. I know what you can do. You're going to beat the fucking shit out of me. So, yeah, don't get close to me. Yeah, but it gets to a point where, like, you're cornered eventually. It's a square ring. It's really hard to keep space, right? And even when you're getting clinched up, you're eating elbows for it the entire time. Like... Look at the way Seksan's just moving with a lot of these shots, right? He's sort of bullying his way inside. Yeah, look at the way he throws his hooks, too. It's, like, very unorthodox to me. Like, it lands like he's hammer fisting him in a certain way. Like, it comes from a weird angle. Totally rocked him there. And there it is again. Like, he goes for... It wasn't even an elbow. He was trying to, like... land a hammer fist, tomahawk type punch, I guess, on his opponent's face, Naseri. But he's so creative, and you can just see him so much power out of all of those shots, and it really is like death by 1,000 cuts, but every one of those cuts is like a full-blown katana swing on top of you. Good spin elbow. Unbelievable volume and power the entire time. Hard to figure out what to do with that. How would you fight Seksan? Leave a comment. What strategy would work against him in this fight? Because I don't think I can't think of anything. If he's as comfortable marching forward like this, like, you got to be better at it than him. You got to have, like, some of the best footwork and angles and timing. But he's obviously, I think he lost 78 times, something like that. I think he was 198 and 78. So he's lost quite a bit, but I don't know. The fights that he's been having in 1FC, this looks almost unbeatable to me, the way that he fought this fight. Because Naseri was doing everything that he was supposed to do. Right? He just couldn't execute it, I guess, perfectly. But it gets to a point where, like, fuck. What do? You're getting bullied into the fence nonstop by this guy who's just so comfortable. Like, the creativity of his striking. Right? The sneakiest little elbow. 8-1 back, but his looked more interesting. The composure. I was talking with my cousin today. I was training him. We do training once a week together. And we just kept, you know, freaking out about the composure of the Thais through every fight. Right? Like, every Thai that we watch, they all stay so calm, so focused. Right? They don't overreact. They don't stray from their plan. And they just dummy so many of their opponents from outside of Thailand. Yeah, it's amazing. But that comes with as much experience as they've had. Yep, good little bit of defense there. Let's skip to the third round because there was just some really cool exchanges there at the start of the round. Like, just some interesting stuff that you're like, what the fuck am I seeing? He hit him with the Anderson Silva elbow. I don't even got a name for it. But yeah, you could just see him smacking down at everything. Yeah, and the economy of motion of all of his techniques. Let's watch Seksan here. Alright. Slips to the outside of the elbow. Controls the head for a moment, just misses with a hammer fist, kind of reloads into a back elbow. Again, just dodging out of the way of that counter elbow from Naseri. Chasing, closes the distance perfectly to negate that elbow sneaking over top. Again, recognizes the spin, just getting his forearms in front of everything that's coming at him here. Well, he's not perfect. He's still getting hit, but just so much of the impact is dissipated by the way he's moving with the strike and the way he's getting his hands in front of it. Right? It's not necessarily about just not getting hit, but it's just not taking the impact. And there it is. Boom! Sneaks that fucker up the middle. Look at that. And what brought him to that, right? Why did he think this is the time to throw this technique? Who knows? But he's just slightly turned out. Little duck. Sneaks it up the middle. Catches it right on the jaw. Again, right, avoids everything that Naseri's throwing back at him. He is a master of brawling. That's what it is. He is a master of brawling. Right? Like, this is controlled, beautiful striking in the most chaotic, who knows what the hell's going to happen type way. It's beautiful. Love it. I love fighting. It's amazing. This is so good. And this is the co-main event, right? We're about to watch the main event right after this. Rodtang versus Superlek. I think that's the next fight. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, cool. I think that's pretty good. We got a good idea for it. Man, that was fun to watch. I got a smile from ear to ear after watching that. It was beautiful. Like, some of the best fight sport like you can watch on the planet, these guys right now. That's so good. Okay, we're going to be going on watching the next fight of this card. Subscribe to the channel, all that jazz. See ya.